Welcome to St. Louis Park, where tonight, number 2 Benilde St. Margaret's hosts 10th ranked Orono in a top 10 battle in the Metro West Conference. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bill Hupp, alongside my broadcast partner making his CCX debut tonight, Sheldon Woolman. And Sheldon, we have a pretty big and a pretty important game tonight between two longtime rivals. The Red Knights have owned this rivalry recently. This is a big game in Section 6 AAA.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one. We got two good teams here battling against each other, two talented teams that have different styles of play, but it's going to be a nice matchup tonight between the two.
And if Orono hopes to pull the upset on the road, they're going to need to be led by their sophomore point guard, Maya Moore.
Yeah, Maya Moore is the absolute offensive engine for this team. She runs the show for them, handling the basketball as the primary ball handler, talented shot maker, just scored her 1,000th point last week for the Orono Spartans, so excited to see her play tonight.
Meanwhile, for Benilde St. Margaret's, it really starts and ends with their 6'1" All-American, Olivia Olson.
Yeah, she's all around such a talented player. She does so many things on both ends of the floor. Her defensive playmaking skills really stand out to me. She's capable of leading the break from there, getting her teammates involved, and of course we know what she can do scoring the basketball.
Benilde has won the last 6 in this rivalry. It's the Spartans and the Red Knights from the Haben Center, next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Back here at the Haben Center at Benilde St. Margaret's High School in St. Louis Park. It's time for a top 10 tip-off as Bill Hupp and Sheldon Woolman get set to introduce both starting lineups. First for the visiting Orono Spartans, ranked number 10 in Class 3A coming into this game, 10-7 on the season, a 4-2 record in conference play. They'll start Maya Moore at one guard position, Margaret Lundell, 6'1" senior center. Evie Coplin, a 5'9" senior guard. Ray Pierce, a 6' junior guard. And last but not least, Lila Rice, a 6'1" sophomore guard. A very youthful Orono team. Meanwhile, for Benilde St. Margaret's in the familiar red and white, the second-ranked team in Class 3A with a record of 11-5, 5-0 in the Metro West Conference. They'll start Olivia Olson, their All-American, as well as Sydney Friedley, a freshman guard. Zahara Bishop, a junior, averaging 16.5 points a game. Presley Watkins, a freshman, and Kate Kapsner, another junior. So 2 juniors, 2 freshmen, and a senior for this Benilde St. Margaret's lineup. As we take a look at both teams, Chris Bjorgard in his 4th season in charge of the Orono Spartans leads the way for them as they're in their white uniforms tonight. There you take a look at Chris, 4th season in charge of the Spartans. He's led them to some good records. Dressed casually tonight. Meanwhile, Tim Ellefson, the second-year head boss for Benilde St. Margaret's, led them to a state title last year as the Red Knights win the opening tap and go to work. Down low, Olson turns and scores. That didn't take long, Sheldon.
Not at all. Another quick start to the game for Benilde.
So now Orono works it right to left, held here by Ray Pierce. Pierce, how will Orono take care of the basketball? This is Maya Moore. Moore, scoop shot, missed, and the rebound is tracked down. They push ahead. Up for Olson, between the legs dribble. Kicks it cross court for Fridley. She gets up a 3-pointer, that's off the mark. And the rebound grabbed offensively, bounce for Olson. So the first offensive rebound of the game goes the way of Benilde. Olson gets into the lane and scores.
4 quick points in the paint here for Benilde St. Margaret's to start this one here, Bill.
They're off to a 4-0 lead as we are about a minute gone by here first half. Maya Moore averaging 19.6 points a game and nearly 4 assists a game. This is number 10, Margaret Lundell. In the corner for 3, that's off the mark. Olson will track down that rebound as We'll keep track of her complete stats tonight. She's got 4 points and a rebound already. Bounced on the block for number 5, Zahara Bishop, who turns and scores. 6-0 run to start this game, Sheldon.
All 6 of them coming in the paint, too. They're getting to their strength early.
Yep, not being kept out of the paint as there's a loose ball on the floor. The jump ball, possession arrow. You can't see it from our broadcast angle, but look at the entry pass and then the quick turn. Olivia Olson, not just a scorer, Sheldon. She can share the ball as well, just past Grace Coughlin for the all-time assists record at Benilde, 370 now in her illustrious career. Moore in the corner. Benilde in the red and white. Orono in the blue and white. Good help defense. Good pressure here as Lila Rice gives it up for Complin, who drains a triple. Evie Complin hits a three-pointer for the first points of the game for Orono. Bishop attacks downhill. Wild shot off the mark. Rebound grabbed underneath by Kapsner, and then it's stolen away by Moore. And then stolen right back at midcourt. Up ahead for Bishop. Draws the foul. Count the bucket. And one. Zahara Bishop, the junior, averaging almost 17 a game, has 4. And that all stemmed from a turnover by Presley Watkins.
A nice ball fake there, gets her defender up in the air. She takes the contact and finishes for the and one.
This game not starting very well as Bishop drains that free throw, and it's a 9-3 Benilde lead.
A little bit of full court pressure here from Benilde off the made free throw.
Just kind of extending that. Now trying to double the basketball. Moore wisely attacks anyway. She is the one real danger for this Orono team that has struggled to score at times otherwise. Rebound ripped down by Olson. Pushes ahead, drops for Bishop. Layup good. Zahara Bishop with 7 of the first 11 for Benilde, and they're off to an 11-3 lead.
There's that selflessness you highlighted too.
2 assists, 2 rebounds, 4 points, another turnover forced. Into the open court, layup off the mark. Olson there for the rebound. No foul called, and then she trips up her opponent, and good sportsmanship there as Olson helps up Rice, but not before she picks up her first personal foul. 11-3 our score. As just great unselfishness. And Zahara Bishop, the recipient of a couple of those assists. Bishop, right place, and obviously for the one, got the three-point play. Now it's Moore who dribbles it off the leg of Watkins and out of play. Moore, not a very big player, but super skilled. Led the team as a freshman last year in scoring with 16.7 points a game. And now she's averaging nearly 20. Already has 11 Division I offers. Orono able to break the press. Kicked into the corner. As they share the basketball back and forth. Allie Moore in there as well as Complin. Here's his Complin off the mark. Bishop snags down the rebound. Bishop up ahead. It's tapped out of bounds. It'll remain on this end with the red and white. Sheldon, what are your impressions of Benilde so far?
They're doing a great job, first of all, on the defensive end, ball pressuring Orono and kind of making them uncomfortable. You see them jumping out to an early 11-3 lead. I think a big part of that is just ball pressure and preventing Orono from getting comfortable on the offensive end of the floor, and then they're attacking in the paint on their own offensive end and capitalizing on some of their size.
Inbounded in the lane. Olson turns. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay. It stays here. Sometimes superstars get that call, but I think it was the right one. 25 on the shot clock, 14:30 left first half. Orono switching to a zone. Olson attacks baseline, pulls up, no good on the jumper. Rice clears. Moore pounds the dribble up high. Man-to-man defense employed by Benilde St. Margaret's as Bishop goes straight up and down and blocks the ball out of bounds. Where will Orono go for points, Sheldon? I think that's the question we're asking right now.
I think it all starts right here with this dribble drive action, but as Benilde starts to cheat in and try and help and cut off some of those gaps, they have to make sure to get out to the shooters on the drive.
Complin holds against Olsen. Moore. Look at this extended pressure for Benilde. Down low in the lane with 6 on the shot clock. Bishop snags the rebound, her 3rd of the game. Zahara Bishop, hesitation dribble. Pops it back, 3-pointer, top of the key, no good. Bishop once again grabs a rebound.
Strong activity level on the glass early for Benilde.
Yep, no question. That shot missed, so Benilde not shooting it exceptionally well. Now they've got, somehow Moore was able to get out of there. Behind the back move for Moore, for Maya Moore. It's her sister Allie and Maya, a sophomore, Allie an 8th grader, but good job by Allie to even get away from that double team that was near the baseline.
Yeah, pretty impressive. You get stuck in the corner and able to get it out to your sister there, and she puts some pressure on the rim and gets to the line.
So 2nd team foul as Maya Moore is at the free throw line, off with the 1st. Orono, 1 for its first 10 from the field, and they are stuck on 3. Like we said, Maya Moore needs to deliver a big game.
Benilde's doing a good job making it tough on her too, and you're going to need some others to step up from behind the arc probably on some driving kicks.
Presley Watkins jogs it across the timeline in those distinctive pink sneakers. Orono out of the zone and back to the man-to-man look. Top of the key, number 4, Sydney Friedley, the freshman. Little dribble weave up top, 3-pointer from the right wing, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, controlled finally by Rice and Orono. Here's Moore with a little hesitation dribble, one-handed scoop pass, right play. Just a little too hot for Evelyn Miller though, and out of play. Another turnover, 3rd of the half on Orono. Presley Watkins running point for Benilde. Benilde's been stuck on 11 for a minute and a half.
Looking for their post up here.
And they've got it with Olsen. Great footwork underneath, left hand. Easy as you please. Olivia Olsen has 6.
Beautiful up and under move there.
13-4, largest lead of the game for Benilde in the early going. Kind of a horns action look right here, and it results in a layup for Maya Moore. Great play executed and called by Chris Bjorgard. Watkins behind the back dribble. Run a little dribble weave up top again. Olsen thought about the long 3. Instead, she attacks in the lane. Watkins wants one from the corner. No good. They hammer the offensive rebound, but Orono comes away with it. Moore attacking end-to-end, and it's blocked out of there comfortably by Josephine Nagy.
I like the way Orono's pushing the pace, though, on some of these, not letting Benilde get back and set up their defense.
Yeah, not a bad idea to try to get him in transition, and Moore, at that diminutive size, just trying to finger roll it up there. Between the legs dribble and shoots a long 3 that's off the mark. Nagy clears. Bishop pushes ahead for the Red Knights. Cut off by Moore. Nagy from the left wing. That is a long rebound right to her defender. Pace starting to pick up in this game as a long 3 from the right wing. It's tracked down in the corner. Another 3 on the way. This time that one's good. Allie Moore with 2 cracks at it and finally gets it to go. 13-9 all of a sudden. Three from the corner, no good. Battle for the rebound.
Past few possessions, Benilde St. Margaret settling for some outside shots. And here we have the Moore 3-pointer. That was good. Orono's doing a good job getting some open looks for themselves.
All of a sudden, Orono, despite not shooting well, is back within 4 with 11 minutes to go as it's knocked out of bounds right into our broadcast position here. Orono active with the hands on the defensive end. Mira Wismer, the sophomore, to inbound. Red Knights looking to stay undefeated, and that is the first turnover of the game. Wismer just a little bit tall with that one for Kate Kaspner. Good crowd on hand here tonight, mostly on the side facing the two benches. Moore across the timeline, dribble handoff. And it's stolen away by Olsen. Olivia Olsen on the other end for two.
There's that ball pressure we highlighted coming into play here. She gets a steal and bringing it again.
Now they trap near the midcourt line, and Olsen, too strong, just rips it away from Miller and converts on the other end. Olivia Olsen taking over this basketball game. She's got 10. Three-pointer left wing, that's long. Tipped out of bounds by Kapsner, and it's going to remain on this end with the Red Knights. As you see, the defensive effort, Olsen with 2 steals on 2 consecutive plays, leading to points.
She's doing a great job, and obviously Zahara Bishop in there too, double teaming with her, gets a turnover and an easy bucket.
Olsen 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 rebounds, and 6 points, or 10 points, beg your pardon, already. 17-9, back to an 8-point lead. Moore tries to feed in the middle, and another steal for Olsen. Olsen hands back for Najee, who tacks downhill and scores. Great skill from Josephine Najee. A 10-point lead now, the largest of the game for BSM. Moore rejects the screen out high, gets a step, layup off the mark. Najee has it torn away from her. Back to Moore, who somehow funnels it out. Dribble drive in the lane. But Bishop thought she was straight up and down. I think that's going to be her second. Oh no, they called it on, I believe they called it on Josephine Najee, beg your pardon. So that's going to send number 34, Amelia Schwindeman, 5'10" sophomore guard, to the free throw line. What have you thought of this defense? I mean, unofficially anyway, but 5 turnovers forced so far, Sheldon.
They're doing a great job just staying in front of their matchup, and then from there they're bringing extra help and forcing the offense into tough spots.
Schwindeman 1 for 2. Make it a 19-10 game. As we have a substitution as Ray Pierce returns for the sophomore. 19-10, 9:25 to go here in St. Louis Park. A Metro West and Section 6 AAA matchup between Orono and Benilde St. Margaret's. Watkins for 3, off the mark. Another offensive rebound, great hustle by Kapsner. Baseline, that jump shot's good. Mira Wismer. The scoring just being distributed around now for Benilde. They love spreading the floor, does Orono, and letting Moore go to work. 3-pointer from the corner is no good. And a foul committed on the other end. Probably a needless one. A hustle play for sure, but Margaret Lundell whistled for the personal.
To your point, Orono keeps trying to get Maya Moore into open space, but Presley Watkins is doing a great job kind of limiting the looks that she's getting and making it tough on her.
Watkins has it here as she'll look to space the floor. Kind of a 1-4 flat look, and Watkins goes to work. Ripped down underneath, and the layup's good. Mira Wismer, 2 straight baskets for this Red Knights club. Moore double teamed out high. They have Orono scrambling right now. Wild shot, Lundell rips down the rebound, gets their own miss, stick back, no good. This time, Watkins and BSM come away with it. 8 minutes to go before half, a 13-point lead for the Red Knights. Bishop drains it, 16-point lead. A high arcing three for Zahara Bishop. She's got 12, second Red Knight in double figures.
Nice finish there from Maya Moore,
Moore, meanwhile, on the other end, scoop shot for two. This game, again, the pace is phoretic right now as Naji Wismer with a great battle underneath forces the turnover. Naji another shot from three. That one's no good. Bishop clears off the glass, no good. Benilde tracking it down for a third time, this time a jump ball, and I believe it's going to go the way of Orono. Bishop's already got 5 rebounds, as you see a high arcing triple from Zahara Bishop. 26-12 our score. It is going to be Orono basketball, and once again, Sheldon Benilde picking up full court.
We'll see how Orono looks to break it. Last time they got a pass over the top, but here, just get it into Maya Moore and let her bring it up.
Yeah, it's really just token pressure unless they send Olsen to double again, which they like to do right here, trying to get it out of Moore's hands, and it forces a turnover. Bishop tries to feed Olsen, and Moore steals it right back. Now battle for it on the ground. Moore gets it to a teammate. They just have Orono scrambling all over the place with this defense. Long rebound, followed up by Pierce. Knocked out of play, so it'll remain down on this end with the Spartans. But how sped up does Orono seem right now to you, Sheldon?
Completely sped up, and outside of Maya Moore, she's getting pressured, and then from there, someone's got to work back to the basketball and try and make something happen off the catch, but they're failing to do so far. And
they're trying to double the ball out of Moore's hands, or at least whoever has it crossing the timeline. Lundell picks up her dribble. Hands for Moore, it's always a good decision. Watched by Watkins. Crosses her over, gets to the bucket, can't make the layup. Olsen tears down the rebound, pushes ahead looking for Bishop. And Fridley trying to save it and can't. Watch out, Malik, hopefully he's okay. Camera guy along the baseline, but yeah, that was a great hit ahead pass by Moore, or rather by Olsen, but Bishop just couldn't quite track it down. 14-point lead for the Red Knights here with 6:15 and counting to play. Dribble drive, and that one's good.
Strong take there off the catch, which is exactly what we need to see more of.
Bryn Libfried getting on the board for the first time. Olsen skies in for the rebound and the stick back.
Benilde again just hitting the offensive glass and getting extra possessions, leading to second chance points.
28-14 the score underneath. Wild shot, but this time Libfried is going to go to the free throw line. I think that might be Josephine Naji's second. Let's see what they say. It is her second, team's fourth. So Bryn Libfried, the 6-foot sophomore guard, true on the first free throw. 28-15 our score, 5:51 left before half. And Libfried rattles that one home. Benilde's slowly been sort of pulling away from Orono. Olsen, a deep three, good! Olsen 4 feet behind the three-point line, gives Benilde its largest lead of the first half.
Flashing some of that all-American shot making there.
Very impressive right there. As it's knocked out of bounds, it'll remain with the Spartans. That was from the volleyball service line, the 10-foot line on the volleyball court. A deep three. As you see, just a little dribble handoff. Olsen, nothing but net from way beyond the arc. Underneath Moore, acrobatic shot, no good. Back tap by Bishop, and Olsen can't track it down. Olsen with 15 first half points, 15 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. A real stat sheet stuffing performance, as you kind of expect. 15-point lead for the Red Knights. Orono doing a nice job spreading the floor. 12 on the shot clock. Wild shot put up, and Olsen there to snag down the rebound. Olsen crosses over, lefty, righty layup on the left side is good. 17 now for Olivia Olsen. Foul on the other end, but watch Olsen in the open court. There's just no stopping the crossover and the acrobatic layup with the right hand on the left side. And she just made that look too easy, Sheldon.
Yeah, fantastic move in transition, and that's something where Orono, when they're getting some of their transition looks, they're trying to push the pace, but Benilde's doing a good job getting back in front of them, and Orono, on the other hand, has got to try and get back in front of Olivia Olsen as best as possible.
Benilde St. Margaret's leading 33-16, 17-point lead as we take a look at the Class 3A rankings. Of course, Benilde, the defending state champions, played De La Salle already this year. Delano, interestingly, is expected to maybe get the top seed in the section. So right now we're headed for a Delano and Benilde section final in Section 6 to determine who goes to state. Delano 17-1 on the season, having a fine year. And you really have representation up and down, as even Orono, 10-7 record, been sort of up and down, inconsistent as a young team for Chris Bjorgard. But when this team is right, when they're playing consistently, they're sharing the ball and they're using their defense to create offense. And Sheldon, that's really just what Chris Bjorgard's looking for from his team. This young group is just a little more consistency.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it comes with just being able to play off the catch. And obviously Maya Moore does a great job creating a lot of opportunities. I think they, in this game specifically, just have to look to capitalize on some of those that they're getting.
Inside 5 minutes to go here. First half. 17-point lead this for Benilde St. Margaret's. Olsen has had the last 7 for the Red Knights. Pierce picks up the dribble. And another turnover forced. Snagged down by Watkins. Watkins shares it with Kapsner. Presley Watkins spinning into the lane and bailed out by a foul. Not sure she had any real plan for what she was doing there, but Maya Moore is whistled for the personal foul, just the 3rd team foul of the half on Orono.
Yeah, great job there from Watkins, though, keeping her dribble alive, and even if she didn't have a real plan of attack, she was able to get to a spot to draw the foul.
Olsen, a little give and go, tried to catch and shoot on the 3. Instead, she kicks it out for Bishop from the right corner. That's off the mark, and Orono rebounds. Moore jogs it across the timeline, now switched on to by Olsen. They'll try to double her out high, and they do. And then they try to get that second pass. Orono able to pass around it. Good 3-pointer from the left wing, and that's exactly what you want to do, as Ray Pierce makes them pay with her first 3 of the game.
Capitalizing on the 4-on-3. If they're going to send 2 to the ball, you've got 4-on-3 on the back end. They get a catch and shoot 3 there.
There's someone open, right? If you move the ball, there's someone open. Benilde trying to be purposeful and patient on offense. Off the Olsen screen. And get it back to her. Left wing 3. Good. Olivia Olsen's taken 2 threes and made both of them. She's now up to 20 for the first half. Outscoring Orono by herself. We have 3:20 to go. Moore between the legs dribble. Hesitation. Runs right into Olsen. And lost the ball. Here come the Red Knights. Kapsner leaves it short. Couldn't finish the lefty layup.
Watkins is doing a great job.
Moore comes back for the basketball. Now attacks against Olsen. And Olsen able to snag down the rebound. 7th of the half for her. Good ball movement for the Red Knights. Olsen wants another deep 3. Off the mark that time. Obviously, it's a shot we've seen her hit. We know she can hit it. 20 points, largest lead of the half for BSM as they lead it by 17 here with 2.5. Beautiful dribbling for Moore. That was playground stuff from Maya Moore. 7 now for her.
UCLA cut here.
Pressure D, not much movement off the ball. Fridley kicks it back for Olsen. Whirling pass for Kapsner, and it's good. It's been that kind of night for BSM. Kate Kapsner just posted up on that left wing and drains a 3, her first points of the game. Bishop on the other end. 6th rebound of the game for her. Into the front court, bumps Moore off, no problem. Pulls up and hits. Oh, the strength of Zahara Bishop to take that bump and still hang and score.
Made it look super easy there. That's a tough move to execute, and she did a really nice job executing it there.
Back to a 20-point lead, the largest of the half for the Red Knights. Olsen again doubles out high. Orono has just not been seemingly prepared or ready for this pressure. Ball out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:17 left, and Orono will make some substitutions. They'll have the ball with 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Orono is trying to go to some of their pick and roll action here, and you see that just off of that, they're not really getting anything. Benilde's doing a good job shutting off some of their main actions.
Underneath on the ground, and once again the strength of Bishop. That could have been a double dribble. Bishop spins, slams on the brakes, and it's cleared by Miller. Maya Moore behind the track dribble. She got maybe the best handle I've seen this year in girls basketball. Tried to loft a pass there. 11 unofficial turnovers in this first half for Orono as we have a jump ball, and I believe that's going to be with the Red Knights. 30-second difference between shot and game clock.
That's another excellent example there of just Benilde being able to ball pressure on the pick and roll and generate turnovers off of it.
Zahara Bishop with 12. Can't get the runner to go there. 32 points between her and Olivia Olsen. Olsen getting a breather right before the halftime break. We'll dribble the ball out high with Moore again. Fed underneath, looking for Miller. Instead, it's the 12th turnover of the half on Orono.
A good idea there on the seal, just wasn't able to execute the pass.
Yeah, just needed a little bit more air, didn't it? Just a little bit more touch. As the shot clock is turned off, you have to imagine the Red Knights and head coach Tim Ellefson will hold for one final shot. As Bishop dribbles right at the Red Knights logo at midcourt. 12, 11, 10 on the shot clock. Najee sits a high ball screen. Bishop pulls up, floater, hits. Benilde St. Margaret's takes its largest lead of the game into the halftime locker room. 22. Zahara Bishop with 14, Olivia Olsen with 20. And the Red Knights are rolling here at home as we've reached the halftime break. Sheldon and I will be back with first half analysis and more shortly from the Haven Center. Our score at halftime, Benilde St. Margaret's 43, Orono 21. Our score at halftime here at the Haven Center in St. Louis Park. Bill Hupp, Sheldon Woolman, as the crowd checking their messages at halftime as you do these days. Let's take a look at first half highlights. There were plenty, particularly for the Red Knights. Not surprisingly, it was the Olivia Olsen show early on, Sheldon.
she did a fantastic job kind of setting the tone in this one, getting points in the paint early, and also creating offense for her teammate here. Nice little dump off pass to Zahara Bishop, who hits the face-up jumper. And from there, they just kind of controlled the game from that point on.
Orono did manage to hit 6 first half threes to kind of stay in this one a little bit, but ultimately it was points off turnovers that really helped them lead to this 22-point lead.
Yeah, all first half, Orono just wasn't really comfortable, and Benilde did a good job capitalizing on that and generating those turnovers and getting easy buckets on the other end of the floor, and just the defensive effort all around. You see a nice block from Najee there on Maya Moore, and just honestly a great defensive effort from Benilde St. Margaret's in the first half.
Like we said, a couple 3-pointers for Orono kept them in the game for a little while, but again, Olivia Olson and Bishop and others, too fast, too big, and too strong for Benilde. And you can tell this is a young Orono team on the road against the defending state champions. It's little wonder that they're intimidating.
Yeah, of course. I mean, just working off of that, the ball pressure alone is intimidating itself, but then you put in some of those other aspects like you mentioned, former state champions. That's a lot of pressure to put on, especially a younger team like Orono, like you mentioned.
And Olson had some highlight reel stuff, including this smooth end-to-end layup off the turnover, and then they started hitting threes late in the half, as you see Bishop pulls up here. But yeah, the 3-pointers started falling from the likes of Casper and others. As you take a look at the leading scorers, Olson and Bishop, 2 players in double figures. I mean, Olson already with 20, averages 22 on the season. And meanwhile for Orono, Maya Moore leading the way, no surprise there with 7 points. But Orono definitely needs more from her in the second half if they hope to get back into this one. If you're Benilde, it's probably more just doing what you've been doing.
Exactly. Keep ball pressure up, force Maya Moore to get rid of the basketball, and from there I think Orono just has to do a good job attacking 4-on-3, coming back to the basketball, and making some stuff happen off the catch.
Of course, it's easier said than done to tell your kids at halftime, hey, take better care of the basketball, but that's what the Spartans will try to do in the second half. Benilde will, meanwhile, just try to keep it rolling as they've done so far. They lead it 43-21. Second half coming up next here on CCX. Bill Hupp, Sheldon Woolman, our entire CCX crew back here in St. Louis Park at the Haven Center as we get set to start the second half. Benilde St. Margaret's in control here, the number 2 team in Class 3A, dominating Orono in the first half. A clinic led by Olivia Olson, Miss Basketball favorite, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals in the first half alone. That'll do, Sheldon.
Complete all-around showing. We highlighted it in the open. She's just an all-around player, affects the game on both ends, and she's done a great job of that here tonight.
Maya Moore as Orono starts with the basketball here in the second.
Some more early ball pressure. Deep 3 here.
Zone for BSM, and it's hard to rebound in a zone, and right away they give up a turnover. 12 turnovers. They claim it was tipped, but unofficially 13th turnover of the half now on Orono. Displeased looking Chris Bjorgard. As the Red Knights have the basketball, Olivia Olson to initiate the action. Zone for, like I said, for BSM coming out of that halftime. A look we have not seen them play yet.
I like that choice for them too. They're going to be able to keep the ball pressure up with their look.
Meanwhile, a turnover forced and a jump ball. And it's going to be Orono basketball. No, it's going to be Benilde. I was going to say Orono just started with the ball in the second half. Hence my confusion. 43-21 our score, early second half. Olson off the screen, gets a step on her defenders and lays it in. Nice. Olivia Olson for 2. 22 now for the game.
Nice strong take there from her, and here we are again with that 1-3-1 zone look.
Kick it up top. How well can Orono move the basketball is the question. That three is long. Bishop had the rebound initially. It's stolen back, fed underneath. The bench is much more lively here for Orono as Lundell misses, and this time Bishop makes the rebound count. Up ahead, Olsen leaves it short. Tip drill, scores. Olivia Olsen with 24 now in the game.
Some nice passing so far early in for Orono against this 1-3-1 look. They're doing a good job getting side-to-side ball movement. Just have to capitalize on some of those close chances they've generated.
4-0 run to start the second half. Meanwhile, a three on the other end as Ray Pierce buries the triple for Orono to get them on the board in the second half, 47-24. Red Knights move it around as Bishop drives right wing, pulls up, and she's called for the offensive foul. A little chicken wing from Zahara Bishop. Draws the personal.
Great job from Orono, cuts her off on her drive and able to generate the offensive foul there on it. Here's another look at it here. Yep, gives that off arm push, and it's enough to get us going the other way.
A little harsh, I think, but to credit Margaret Lundell, she did beat her opponent to the spot, so probably the right call. Out of the horns look now for Orono. Pierce looking for more. A little give and go. And it is turned over to Benilde as just a little bit too tight of quarters as Allie Moore and Ray Pierce were trying to play catch.
I like the idea looking in for the give and go, but just pretty good defense from Benilde to shut it down.
Zone look here now for Orono. Bishop backs out the dribble. Swung to the corner. Fridley. Kapsner. Bishop splits defenders, pulls up in the lane. She's hit that floater, gets her own rebound. Can't get it to go. Olsen's there for the stick back and the foul.
Strong efforts again from VSM on the boards. Zahara Bishop cleans up some of her own misses, and then Olivia Olsen ultimately gets the second chance points on the putback here, plus the harm.
The hoop and the harm, and Olivia Olsen has been a one-player wrecking crew in this second half. 7 points now for her after halftime, up to 27 for the game to go along with 9 rebounds.
A little bit more full court pressure here. Good cross court pass from Maya Moore.
50-24 the score. Olsen trying to force the turnover, and this is one way to speed this Orono team up.
I think they're doing a much better job here to start in the second half of getting the ball moving off of those initial passes, though, from Maya Moore.
They seem to be playing a little more confidently as the step back from Pierce is no good. Good positioning on the rebound by Lundell. Drops it off for a cutting Pierce, who draws the foul on Bishop. I believe that's going to be Bishop's third. 50-24 our score. Ray Pierce, the 6-foot junior guard, drains the first.
Right here, specifically what they're doing better, you see cutting back toward the basketball, finding some of those gaps, especially when there's some ball pressure. They're doing a good job helping out their teammates, and there leads to a foul.
Zahara Bishop stays on the floor, as right now Benilde, or they were anyway, doubling up this Orono team, but Pierce goes 2 for 2 from the line. Presley Watkins back running point, pulls up in the lane, can't get the floater to go. Had she just gone up and down, but she faded away on that one. Benilde, though, tracks down the offensive rebound, and they go back to work with 14 on the shot clock. Bishop turns, attacks Moore, kicked out, 7 on the shot clock, 6 when they inbound as it's knocked out of play. Orono a little more active, a little more, they just seem to be playing a little more sharp in the second half.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. There, Zahara Bishop gets cut off again. We saw it earlier with the offensive foul, and in this one she gets met with some traffic and kicks it out, and now it's side out of bounds.
Olsen turns and faces with 4 left. Fade away, tough shot, no good, misses everything. And it's off of Wismer's hand and out of play, so it'll turn over to Orono. One of the few and only kind of empty possessions for Benilde here in this basketball game.
So far early on, it feels like every single one of their misses they clean up themselves, but not that time with the turnover.
4 minutes gone by, second half. Benilde still well in control against their Metro West Conference rival. Still staying in that 2-3 matchup zone, kind of 1-2-2 look. Orono got to attack those gaps. Lundell spins just like that, kind of crow hops, missed the layup. Najee straight up and down, and it's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Orono with 17 on the shot clock. Josephine Najee's contributed some good minutes to the Red Knights off the bench.
Had a few good looks herself too, just hasn't gotten any of those three-pointers to go, but she's contributing a lot of other ways on the glass and inside the arc as well.
And defensively, brother plays for the Denver Nuggets. In the corner with 14 on the shot clock. Now Moore catches one hand, splits the defenders out of control on the layup. Lundell's had a good second half. She's caught between defenders, kicks it out, and Olsen steals it away. Fourth steal for Olivia Olsen. Up ahead, the lob for Bishop. Fade away in the lane, off the mark. Olsen reads it well, tracks it down, and it will stay down on this end with Benilde. Statistically, does that count as a rebound? I'm not sure. But watch Olsen sky in. She reads the game so well. Oh, she threw it off the leg, so we're going to give it to her. 10th rebound of the game, a double-double now for Olivia Olsen. 27 points, 10 rebounds. Pass behind Wismer. Here come the Spartans. Waltzing her way through acrobatically is Allie Moore for two.
What a finish from her. Good ball fake and gets to her left hand there.
Najee pulls up in the lane and hits. Josephine Najee, 2 in the first half, now 2 in the second. Moore backs out the dribble. One-handed push shot leaves it short. Najee there for the rebound. Benilde is much more than just Olivia Olsen, but obviously having the top-ranked recruit in the state helps. Olsen gets a step all the way to the rack, leaves it short. Kind of didn't leave herself with much of an angle, it seemed like.
Good help defense from Orono, too. They're doing a much better job of that here to start the second half as well.
Allie Moore, the 5'8", 8th grader. Up top to her sister, Maya Moore. She backs out the dribble. I'm just so impressed with Maya Moore's dribbling, her handle.
Nice back cut here, too.
Underneath, Maya Moore finishes. Yeah, great read from Maya Moore as she back cuts and scores, 52-30.
Another good cutoff on Zahara Bishop's drive there.
As forces the turnover. Olsen was camped out in the corner and then just could not get to the spot in time, so unofficially just the 4th turnover of the game on Benilde, so they've taken care of the basketball here. 11:31 to go in the game, 52-30. As Maya Moore jogs it across the timeline for the Spartans. Moore on the left wing, long three-pointers off the mark. Rebound for Orono. Allie Moore backs it out for her sister Maya. Maya wants another three-pointer. That time it's off the mark. And back tapped out of bounds. So it turns over to the Red Knights. Tough shooting night from the outside for Maya Moore. Most of her points, Sheldon, have come close to the basket.
Yeah, she just hasn't really felt comfortable all night. We'll see if she's able to find her stroke from behind the arc.
Presley Watkins goes to work. Olsen on the left wing. And a nice job by Maya Moore sneaking in. On the other end, lays it in and gets the foul. Maya Moore will try to convert the three-point play after earning it with the steal out top against Watkins.
Kind of turning the tables on him here a little bit. That's what we've seen from Benilde so far throughout this game, kind of turning turnovers into points. But here, Maya Moore does a great job of doing it in this example.
5'9" sophomore guard now with 11. First Orono player in double figures. Wismer had called for the foul on the other end. Olsen thought about the three. Instead, she'll kick it out for Naji, who wants a triple. And hits. Josephine Naji now 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. She took a couple in the first half. That one goes down. She's got 7 in the game. Orono content to, again, put catch out on high. BSM just trying to keep them out of those driving lanes. And BSM's got great length, great size, so the zone works well, but Naji's going to be called for, I believe, her third, maybe her fourth personal foul here. As, again, Olivia Olsen with the vision, and you can see why she's now the all-time leader in assists here at BSM.
Making the simple plays, nice kick out, and Naji loves that catch and shoot three.
Free from straight on. They're doing a much better job crashing the boards in the second half, too, are the Spartans, as their efforts here earn them a reset of the shot clock.
I'm interested to see how long Benilde stays in their zone. Since they've gone to it here in the second half, Orono, like you've said, doing a much better job getting to the glass.
Yeah, it is, like we said, harder to rebound out of a zone, but sloppy turnover there for the Spartans, 15th unofficially of the game. And that says it all. That look right there from Chris Bjorgaard. Olsen will take over point guard duties here at the Haben Center. Great little facility on the campus. Three-pointer straight on. Olivia Olsen drains it. She's got 30 in the game, 10 in the second half. 58-32, back to a 26-point lead. Moore's three is no good. Olsen tracks down the rebound. Into the front court, floats in the lane and scores. Olivia Olsen masterful tonight, 32 for the game. She's got as many as Orono does. This is the largest lead in the game at 28.
Continuing her hot stretch from the past few games, she's just been brilliant tonight on all three levels.
Yeah, she has been outstanding. Kicks back, Allie Moore. And the more Orono has to press and try to force things, the more they're going to turn the ball over like they did right there. Naji, left-hand layups off the mark. And this team will make you pay, Benilde, if you turn the basketball over. Three-pointer left wing, too strong. Tracked down, however, by Libfried. On the block, good positioning down low underneath. Great recognition as well, as Evelyn Miller, the recipient of that nice assist from Miller.
Nice post-up opportunity, posting up against the zone, and gets good positioning and finishes with a nice post hook. This
time Watkins tries to force it and turns it over herself. 8 minutes to go in the game as Maya Miller backs it out. A little inside-out action.
Better ball movement here.
Down low, nice move underneath. Libfried can't get it to go. Naji back taps it, and Olsen comes down to collect the rebound. Olsen now 13 points, 32 points, 13 rebounds, I should say. Couple subs preparing to check in, as you can see there. Olsen, beautiful drop pass underneath for Naji, who lays it in. How many players, Sheldon, can make that pass in high school basketball?
That's just beautiful, beautiful pinpoint accuracy there on the live dribble. Nice little one-handed pass down to the roller.
I mean, it's just a great pocket pass underneath. Turnover forced here as Naji steps in. It's
good.
A cutting Olsen.
Nice body control to keep that one in.
Kicked out. Bishop for 3 from the right wing, or excuse me, Najee. How about Josephine Najee? 10 in the second half, 10 of her 12. And it's a 65-34 lead. Another turnover forced.
Nice catch and shoot opportunities, and she's capitalizing on them here in the second half.
Olsen wants a deep 3 from the right wing, too strong. And it hits the backboard as we take a look at the recent Benilde St. Margaret's run.
I love this one here. Nice little flare action, and Olivia Olsen's able to capitalize on it with a nice three-pointer. Then here, same action. This time it's the little pocket pass down to Najee. It's a really great offensive set that they run there to open up Olivia Olsen down in space. And then here, just another nice catch and shoot opportunity. And doesn't get that one to go, but he's good to look.
Yeah, they've run some really nice-looking sets. As Olsen has 32 for the game, 12 in the second half to go along with her 20 in the first half. 65-34, largest lead of the game for the Red Knights. 6 minutes left. As here they are in transition again. Wismer. And at some point, maybe we've seen the last of Olivia Olsen. But they are at some point going to sub her out. They don't go very deep in their bench, but with just 6 minutes left and the game well in command. Dropped underneath. Good pressure by Wismer.
Orono's played a much better second half here. I think they're getting a lot better looks, and even though some of them aren't dropping, much better offensive attack.
Najee this time no good. Bella Stevenson-Shimmick into the game for the first time. She gets the offensive rebound. Orono back to the man-to-man look. Zahara Bishop around a couple defenders. Crashes into her defender. Can't get the bucket to drop, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. She has had a quiet second half. Bishop, no points by my record in the second half. She's got 8 rebounds for the game, 14 points, 8 rebounds, but shut out in the second half as she goes to the foul line. And she will be one of the go-to players for this Red Knights team next year as she drains the first free throw.
I really liked her aggression tonight. She's doing a good job putting pressure on the defense, getting downhill, driving the basketball, and getting to the paint a bunch of times, and it's opened up a lot of nice offense for Benilde off of that action.
Rattles home that second free throw. (67-34). Very curious if a lot of basketball left to play, 9 games in the regular season. Underneath, good defense by Wismer twice to force errant shots by Evelyn Miller. Gets it back, Moore, and Wismer again, 3 blocks in one sequence.
It's a block party.
Yeah, for the lanky sophomore. Wow, talk about consistent defensive efforts for the Red Knights. Bishop spins in the lane, fade away, leaves it short. Wismer there. And the Red Knights will back it out. They, like I said, don't go deep, so they mostly have their starters in for most of this game. Wismer from the baseline, no good. Great effort by Bishop to back tap it. Red Knights still playing hard as Fridley's in there. She started, but has not seen as many minutes off the bench. The freshman averaging 11 points a game. No points yet in this one, as we are starting to get some deeper into these benches. Ashley Scram. Into the game for the first time. Scram, a junior. Fridley, just we talked about her, blocks the shot of Moore. Moore, pretty quiet in general. 7 in the first half, 4 in the second half.
Benilde's done a good job making it tough on her. I just feel like everything that she's gotten so far, she's had to work super hard for.
Underneath, Moore, wild shot, no foul call. She's a little, she kind of has a grin on her face as the ball goes out of play. It's been actually, I think it's been a really well-reffed game. And I'm not just saying that because they said to hi to us as they left the court. It has been, I think, very fair. They've let them play when they should, and they've also
made the calls they've had to. I mean, it's been, like you're saying, just well officiated both ways, I think.
Zoe Johnson into the game for the first time, and another turnover forced. Wismer has been all over the court defensively for the Red Knights tonight. Fridley. Wismer attacks, has it stripped, and Johnson comes away with it. A little scoop shot underneath. Nicely done there by Evie Complin. Got a first half three-pointer. 4 now in the second half. Wismer travels. 3:24 left to go. Well, this will be the 8th straight win for Benilde.
Just a complete game from them. Both ends of the floor, a lot of defense leading to offense. They generated a ton of turnovers tonight and made Orono uncomfortable on the offensive end.
8 straight wins, and this will be 9 of their last 10. And 7 straight now over Orono. Johnson attacks downhill. Jump ball, Olivia Uselding, the sophomore guard in there. And the alternate possession goes to Benilde. Red Knights trying to reach their 3rd straight state tournament, and you certainly would favor them to at least reach the section final, especially the way they're getting things rolling.
Yeah, they've been playing great basketball as of late, and I mean, with how they look tonight, they definitely have a shot to get to that 3rd straight one.
Orono will be a 3, maybe a 4 seed in section play as Benilde adds 2 more. 33-point lead, largest of the game for the Red Knights. Stevenson Shimmick with those points. Good back cutting here by Orono. And can't finish the layup. Benilde likely in line for a 2 seed, but we'll see how the voting goes. They're ahead of Delano in the rankings, but Delano is 17-1, and so if they only have that 1 loss, given the records, and they're not going to face each other. Like we said, the Red Knights and the Tigers aren't going to face each other, so it may be one of those things where the records determine it, but ultimately, you know, those are the likely top 2 teams that'll play in the section final, so not going to meet in the regular season, but they'll see each other likely in the state playoffs. Orono, meanwhile, will get another chance at this Benilde team as a JV player into the game for the first time. To applause from the bench. Hosting the Red Knights in the last regular season meeting, last regular season game in Long Lake on February 22nd.
Perhaps like last year, this season series might play out the same. First game was a little lopsided. Orono played them much closer the second time around, though, so be something to watch for.
Another turnover. You can see how hyped the bench is. Stevenson Shimek drains a 3.
Love the reaction from the bench there. A lot of energy in the building.
Just pouring it on now. 72-36. Benilde doubling up Orono here at home.
Zoe Johnson, just an 8th grader. A couple nice plays here. Getting some varsity minutes at the end of this one. She's made a couple plays, nice drives to the rim, getting to shoot 2 free throws here.
Yeah, she's provided a nice spark off the bench. Normally running time with a 35-point lead, but maybe they figure it's so, well, now they're getting it going. 1:20 left officially. An 8th grader is Zoe Johnson. Knocked out of bounds with a minute to go. Meanwhile, for Orono, they will fall on the season to 10-8 and 4-3 in Metro West play. It's the first of 3 straight road games as they'll go to St. Louis Park and Chaska after this. A big stretch for them. 9 games left in the regular season before the Section 6 AAA tournament.
even with the loss, I think they can take a lot from tonight. They, I think, played a much better second half, even though the score doesn't show that. They did a good job getting some better looks, handled the ball pressure quite a bit better in the second half, I'd have to say, and hopefully they can take some of what they learned tonight going forward.
You just got to figure out where else they can get some offense from, as Moore was held to 11, and she was their leading scorer tonight. Benilde, 17 seconds left. I'm not sure if they're just going to dribble it out. You gotta love the excitement of the varsity players, even Olivia Olson getting into it.
It's awesome to see.
Yeah, great support, great vibe here in St. Louis Park. Benilde St. Margaret's stays perfect in Metro West play. They improved to 12-5 overall and 6-0 in conference play. Olivia Olson, an unbelievable game for her. 32 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. And Sheldon, she was as advertised, we would say. She was making plays on all 3 levels, both ends of the floor like we highlighted. She just played a great game and showed why she's a top 20 recruit in the nation. Yeah, 15th ranked recruit in the nation, bound for Michigan. And some big contributions off the bench, too, for Josephine Najee, Bahara Bishop, and others. So that'll do it for us here from the Haven Center in St. Louis Park. For Director Isaac Rice and our entire crew, including colorman Sheldon Woolman, I'm Bill Hupp saying good night from the Haven Center at Benilde St. Margaret's. Our final score here tonight, Red Knights win it in a rout, 74-37.